This is the leaning agent, the ultimate fat loss meal that not only saved me from getting kicked out of my house, but also got me lean as hell. A couple months ago, I got a little chunky. Summer's rolling up, but I look like a damn penguin, so I've made it my mission to get to my leanest body fat ever. But here's the thing, I wasn't just cutting, I was also studying, working a part-time job, trying to build a personal brand, and chefing up 2 to 3 times a day has to be the last thing I'd wanted to do. Then it got me thinking.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
That Asian dog in me can't handle that. So I went for the next best option, searing my food. Pretty reasonable, right? Quick, simple, flavorful. But that's when shit hit the fan. My smoke alarm kept going off. My kitchen smelled like a full-blown barbecue party. It got so bad at one point, this fan cover was dripping in oil. And you know, my landlord was getting pissed. She was like,
"You little shit, if you keep smoking and getting the alarm going off,
bitch! Being an international student in Australia, inflation was creeping up to me, and boy, rent wasn't cheap. I love the place where I live, bro. If I got kicked out, I'd be cooked. I was basically at half a heart playing Minecraft hardcore. So I needed something that was simple, still tastes amazing, and secure my home. Then one day, I was watching a Viking documentary, and it hit me. Hold on, these guys didn't have time to meal prep. They ate one big meal at the end of the day, a stew. Brain dead effort, and I didn't even have to stand there to cook. This is it. This dish not only saved my ass, but it has been my Excalibur, the meal that has helped me get to my leanest physique ever, and it takes less than 10 minutes to make. Packing 74 grams of protein in a single bowl. Now let's get started, shall we? This recipe contains 3 main ingredients. First, you'll need 300 grams of diced lamb or beef if it's easier for you, and I'm using lamb leg, so it's much leaner. Next, we got 300 grams of potato. Give these bad boy a little scrub and dice them up. The last main ingredient is cabbage, also 300 grams, and thinly slice these up, and we can start with the cooking. Into this pot, you're going to put 1 liter of water in. First of all, we're going to get a whole head of garlic. Just cut this in half. For the saltiness, we got fish sauce. Now, some of you guys may be like, oh, fish sauce, I don't like the taste. Do soy sauce if you want to swap. Some peppercorn in here. Boom, honey. This one is to get that little bit of sweetness and also to break down the enzymes of the meat itself. Check this out. If you're making this kind of stew where it's a lot of liquid, don't overdo on the saltiness. You might be thinking, oh, this is not salty enough, but you're gonna sip up the whole thing. So don't overdo it. Adjust to your likings, but do less saltier than usual. All right, the water is boiled up. Let's put in our protein. Red meat, or specifically steaks, meat in pieces like this, where it's not minced up, where the structure is still intact. It has high satiety index point, which means when you consume it, you're gonna feel fuller for longer. So meat is just perfect. Then we also have potatoes, which is top 2 in satiety index. So when you have meat, red meat, steak, and potato, a starch that is slow digesting, has fiber, and it's very filling for a high amount of volume, you have this deadly combination of a stew. So potato in there, a little bit more sea salt in there, and a tiny bit of rice wine vinegar just to pull out all of the nutrient from the meat and the bone. Literally it. This is the most simplest cooking method ever. You only need 5 minutes of preparation. I'm filming this, so it takes me a little bit longer, but if it's you guys watching this, you can just smack everything into a pot, let it boil up, put on a lid. Actually, I don't have a lid. So, here's your lid. Put the pot on lowest heat in the smallest pot, and wait for 1 to 2 hours. Come back, and you're done. Okay, what about the cabbage? You made me cut it all up. Well, here's the cool thing. Since we slice it so thinly, it's going to cook so much faster, which means I'm going to add this in for the last 5 minutes before I eat. Cabbage is a low-calorie, high-volume, water-based veggie, so you get that fiber in, keeps you so much fuller for so much longer. Bro, this amount of cabbage is 60 calories, around 60 to 70 calories. Insane. Combining it with water-based stew, the liquid I put in add in 0 calories. Volumizing veggie, volumizing my meal, high satiety starch, which is potato, and high satiety meat, which is lean meat as lamb. Killer combination. But I'm going to add this in and just let this baby stew, bro. Alright, that was the basic stack of this stew. If you do these seasonings that I've just mentioned before, it's going to taste great. But this is to go all and beyond. Make it even better. We're gonna add 3 cardamom pods, a tiny touch of soy sauce to bring out that depth, just a little bit, and 2 bay leaves for even more umami and herby depth. Mix this up, put the lid back in, and let the magic happen. 2 long hours. Let's get our cabbage in. Fire this up on high heat. Let this big boy cook for 5 to 10 more minutes, and we're good. Woo! God damn! All right, I'm getting excited. We got a fat loss Excalibur, a lamb potato stew with cabbage. The broth first. First thing that hit me is that sweetness, umami from the cabbage, from the honey, from the potato, and from the bone itself. And the second thing is that little bit of sourness from the vinegar. So nice. It's just pull out all of the flavor, and it's so tangy, kind of like the Thai bone rib soup. The meat, star of the show. Far off the bone. Well, let me show you. Literally fall off the bone. The collagen has been cooked down to perfection, and it's just melts in your tongue. Can you believe the crazy macros in this dish with the volume we're having? Bro, I still got some more in here. Like, damn. Cabbage, great. If you stew it for 2 hours, it's just going to melt in your tongue. But if I cook it barely enough, it retains the structure. I'm feeling so much fuller. Stewing is just king, bro. You retain all the nutrient in the food. There's no high heat temperature, so there's no oxidation of the oil or anything. There's no carcinogens of the food. It's just food in water. And this is the preferred cooking method of so many civilization warrior tribes, like samurais, like Vikings, like Roman gladiators, Greek soldiers, Persian, Mongol. So many of them do boiled, bro. And if you guys are interested in how to eat to look sexy without suffering and still look damn handsome and amazing, check out my community down below of Eat to Win, where I have a cookbook filled with recipes like this of whole food, high protein recipe dishes that keeps you full forever, and teaching you guys how to eat to get you into the best shape of your life. And peace.